offer that worldview of theirs or a solution framework that government, society, economics, and business can take hold. You see, there are four constituents or four stakeholders for any of these things. It's industry, it's government, it's business, and it's the consumer. We forget often the consumer. So keeping this in mind, I'd like you to see how you can get this session kicked off. Architect Prem Nath, over to you.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, my fellow panelists, and good evening, participants. Thank you very much for giving me a chance to begin with. The resilience infrastructure, or resilience cities, what we call, to me looks like a new fancy word. This is being used for last around 8-10 years time. I'm an old timer, I belong to the last century. When we plan city that time, we used to call them future-ready cities. You think of it, our town planning norms are way ahead, even 100 years back, to cover the plan of a city for next 100 years. When we plan our cities over there, we take care of all the contingency required, whether transport, traffic inspection, public spaces, whether it's we need density, population explosion, the garden green spaces, whether hospitals and schools and health and whatnot over there. That means those plans were really done as a future. They're nothing much, and they are quite resilient. And all the master plans are reviewed every 20 years as a development happens year after year, depending on how the industry is working, how the economics is working over there, and how the shift can happen over there. So they can possibly modify and meet the requirements over there. It has happened, like Delhi has got 3 master plans after independence. Mumbai has gone through about 3 master plans after independence over there. Today we have master plan for like place called like New Bombay, which was built around 50 years back. Now the New Bombay has got almost all infrastructure available, which for tomorrow is ready for that. But point is, only thing is, what is lacking in all our cases over the cities is the implementation. People come to build first, then come infrastructure. Like New Bombay had about 25 years have been building over there, and radio connectivity was not there. After rail connectivity came, the Bombay city started growing further over there. Even now, after 50 years' time, the public spaces, the requirements like schools, like health facilities, hospitals, medical facilities over there, gardens, other places over there, they still not been done. They have to be done by the state or the authorities. They assume, no, some private fellow will come, give them fancy money as real estate, make fortune out of that, and then develop it. Now, because lack of those facilities, we have suffered today because of Corona, because we have no facilities available. This happens in almost all the city, whether it's Bombay, whether it's Delhi, whether it is other places also there. The city planning is done for future. They're quite resilient over there. What is lacking is implementation. Now, if it's not implemented over there, after implementation, what is lacking? Management. What has been implemented, not being maintained properly. What is required? Maintenance. Roads are broken, they have potholes over there, they're perpetually over there, drains are choked up over there, sewers don't work over there, water supply has got shortcoming on that, and health hygiene is not sufficient. That means maintenance is not there after implementation. After maintenance over there required management. There needs a good management team to continually all manage all the facilities. Possibly without management over there, when connections come there, nobody knows what to do over there. That's why they say we should have a management we call command, central commands, kind of management command we call over there, which possibly has mixed people from the industry, from the police, from the what you call health hygiene, from different parts of the different categories, and they must have emergency funds available to them to be utilized overnight. When connections come over there, they don't have to invite tenders and quotations for doing things done over there. They should have money ready in the pocket to spend overnight within 24 hours time, so they can start like disaster management. Now that disaster management should be ongoing. It should be out there ready, like fire brigade. When fire happened, the fire brigade comes within 3 to 4 minutes time. Similarly, disaster management for the city should be continuously ready for any eventuality. Now with these things basically we're lacking over there. How do we make them functional? I'll continue further what I was saying earlier beside that, like what we, in talking about resilient cities and resilient infrastructure, the main issue was there, implementation, number 1, second was maintenance, third was management. And these are 3 issues basically, otherwise our master plans are adequate enough for next 100 years. Yeah. Coming to that, like today, after going through this COVID, we had realized all of a sudden everybody, the health and hygiene is a priority. Now, health and hygiene was priority in any case, always in the master plan, the building plan, building design, building construction. It was nothing new. It was supposed to be done. But today it has become like a shock kind of thing to everybody, kind of awakening for everybody, and everybody concerned about that. There is a simple thumb rule basically. We had nothing great about that. When you plan our cities or when you plan our buildings, we need to have sufficient spaces around it, open spaces, plus spaces for light and ventilation. Now, if you don't have adequate cost ventilation or don't have sufficient light, sunlight over there, the building, whether a residential building or a commercial building, are unhealthy. Now, after this today, I give you an example. Now, today we in our building, we have a 3 to 4% area as a refuge area for firefighting, for holding the people as a refuge. Now, health point of view, today, now onward, people who are healthy, they'll be able to work in the offices. People who are healthy, they won't work, they'll be able to work from home, or they won't be able to work on that. So priority will come on health and hygiene. You're healthy enough, okay, but to remain healthy in your workplace, you have to have a healthy environment as a building design. That means you may control your environment directly, indirectly, mechanically, or using electronics or whatnot over there. But if you have, instead of adding additional area, refuge area, you add an additional area called break point area. Now every floor should have a break area on the east side and the west side. In the morning and evening, people can afterward every couple of hours can go to break, breathe fresh air, and have some sunlight, which will be very germicidal, be very healthy, and this become a kind of concern and healthy kind of feeling basically. Now this will change the building design in time to come. Similarly, today we old time used to have houses, verandas and balconies. People used to sit outside and enjoy the fresh air. And unfortunately, buildings now, and in Mumbai particularly and other urban areas, they don't do balcony. They enclose them and make room bigger. Now, as for the new plans that are coming, we are bringing back now verandas, bringing back house plan with cross ventilation, so that people have additional light and ventilation, healthy environment, so that they can possibly, health and hygiene become first priority, which was part of the building. When they say building should be healthy, it is already said for more than 100 years. Why have we forgotten that over there? Today it becomes revival for all of us. So we'll have to make our building more healthy. That is a very important part of building part is concerned over there. Of course, we need to have infrastructure concerned over there. Very important thing is the good lesson we learned from what has happened migratory labor over there. No, this is nothing new. See, today, every year, more than 2 million people move between March and June from big city, from Bombay, Delhi, Noida, other places over there, that they go to agriculture and come back. Today fortunately, we stuck over there in the month of March over there. Our authorities are getting lockdown, sudden lockdown over there. They should possibly allow them to escape before the lockdown, maybe give them 10, 15 days time, 15 days time, 8 days, 10 days time over there. And they could have possibly eased out over there. Having put them into confined spaces, there have been 10 people, 6 people staying in one room over there, and no light and ventilation, there was more contamination.
Architect Prem Nath, you have another minute. Yeah. I'd like you to, sort of expand, as with all your experience of so many years, on what you see the next 10 years to be for cities. That's not coming through from what you're saying so far, or said so far.
Sir, next 10 years, our way of life will change. I can foresee there will definitely they have an economic downturn. People will be living a different life. They will be living more like a economical life over there. You may call it a minimal life basically. Luxury will be almost out. You may have luxury will be also minimal possibly. With that thing happening over there, the way of life will change. When the way of life changes over there, our house design, building design, construction design, lifestyle over there, entertainment decoration will change. We'll have to possibly have working from home. We'll have from walk to work become more common kind of feature now. So all our house design, building design will go totally change in that. The lifestyle will definitely change. Too much.
Sure.
Briefly speaking, a long time Gandhiji been saying we should pay attention to villages. I still say the prosperity of India lies in villages.
Yeah.
We should make a smart city. We should make smart towns and smart villages. Take the infrastructure over to villages over there, surprise people, the state will shift it automatically. The reverse of the population will shift or will be controlled, managed over there. After this, what has happened today or during this time over there, I can briefly say that the future will belong to a healthy architecture. Why? Because Corona doesn't distinguish between big man, rich man, poor man, small man, whatever. Everybody is healthy and unhealthy. So we have 80% of people who live at the poverty line or maybe below the line over there, a low middle class over there. They don't have facilities available. We need to care of their health more important. So we need to create a healthy architecture for them. We need to create essential architecture for them. We need affordable architecture for them. And that's how we need to go back to the rural areas. That's where prosperity lies. That's the future.
Prem Nath, architect Prem Nath, you're sitting in a lovely place with trees and a large lake out there. You must show us a picture of what the lake is about.
Wow.
60 kilometers from Bombay, you're saying. Do you believe in Bombay, back in your city, you will want to drink such water from your STP treated? Would you do that?
Sir,
China is doing it.
Sir, you'll be surprised. I have a house in Pali Hill in Mumbai, and I use treated water in my house, and nobody knows about it. We tell them it is purified water. Except Maharaj, the cook, he said, no, I want water from aquaguard.
Right.
Otherwise, nobody bothers about it. Treated water, we call them purified water. And that's all.
Well, I'll take a job in your company.
It's a mindset.
Yes,
My son is an architect, mother was a computer engineer, other one is very, they all enlightened people, they understand it. And everybody in the family, about 20 people over there, we use treated water from home. As simple as that.
Right.
Same thing in the farm also there. Cities are resilient or not, is that so?
Yeah, or is it a coma case? They cannot be revived.
Let me explain to you. The Indian cities have been planned. The planning part is concerned, the master planning part is concerned, they're designed resilient. They're designed to last for next 100 years growth. It's only we are missing implementation. We're missing the maintenance. We're missing the management. That's what is required. What we need basically how to create kind of a management command system over there, how it can possibly come like fire brigade, come very crisis over there. We should be 24/7 ready for that kind of a management system so that crisis can be taken care of. Without that, the state can't be resilient. Otherwise, planning part is concerned, I don't think the city lack over there. For example, South Bombay planned 150 years back, and they still adequate has water supply, drainage, civil road. New Delhi was planned about 100 years back. New Delhi still is good for the water supply, drainage infrastructure till now. They made it resilient. New Bombay has been planned about 50 years back. It's good for next 100 years. Except that implementation is not being done. So you have to become resilient. You must implement it. You must maintain it. You must manage it. That's the rule required.